I expected Dave to be another few minutes.
So, we showering this slut or what? Yes, we're washing her dirty.
I was just thinking about something funny that happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of Jen's birthdays, we went down to Eugene for karaoke with a married couple we know, one of my friends from high school and his wife. And so she's pretty good looking, all things considered. Objectively, I'm going to say objectively, she's an attractive woman. And so she goes out to vape, and I'm going to go cheap it because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. And we have that kind of relationship. I can do that. So she's also we're there. There's also a group of people that she knows because this is a bar that she goes to all the time. Mm-hmm. So like they all know her. They know she's married. They know her whole fucking deal. And so she goes out there to hang out and talk to them. And here I come, like just kind of following her out, not like super close, but like a good distance. Like she went out the door closed and I opened it almost immediately. About that sort of distance. Yeah. And she goes out to talk to her friends, and I slide up right next to her because I know her. We're friends. Like she's used to my presence. She's not going to be weirded out by me doing this. And I go to say something to her, and like the entire table comes at me like, hey. I'm like, whoa. Like I know her. We're friends. I'm like, watch this. And she's like, yeah, hi, everyone. This is my friend Jake. He married me and Adam. And they're like, oh Anna. Yeah,
Anna. I know who she is.
Oh, okay. So I'm a little sad. I got a new 30 rack of Rainier. And this is the Jubilee edition. It's got like a Viking riding a reindeer on it right there. You can't really tell on this screen. But it's got
picking up all the light.
Yeah, it's got a whole lot of different Christmas imagery and holidays. There's a wizard. I never noticed a wizard. That's cool. So I guess not holidays. And there's a Yeti. Yeah, there's some cool shit on here. And then the holidays end, and then it's just back to back to regular beers. Whimsical beer. Regular beer.
Regular beer.
Beer here.
I got called out for the last episode we put out because you cracked a beer. Nobody said go Ducks. And I'm like, what? That doesn't happen. And then I listened to it, and Dave's just da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So, like, yeah, we missed it. But
womp. Did we?
Dave talks too much.
No, he doesn't.
When he shows up.
Right, when he's on... Oh, well, I mean, now he's officially Dave late.
It was funny earlier. I called him to see if he wanted to play Call of Duty. And he's like, yeah, I just got home. Like, okay. He's like, give me 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, 10 minutes. And he was on in 3. And Bullet goes, it was like a Robin 5. Got on in 3. Just funny. Everyone knows the Dave time.
The Dave time, the Robin time. There's Jake time, and then there's Jake when he has other people with him time.
Yeah. Yeah, those are different times.
Because invariably, like, my variables are fucking tight. I know exactly how long everything is going to take me. Mm-hmm. Other people, not so much. Or somebody's got to piss. There's always somebody who's got to piss. Drip, 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 pee on you. It was kind of funny, like when I went down to see my dad for lunch breakfast a couple weekends ago. Like
Mhm.
I got down from Seattle to basically Tacoma, uh, and I got out and I went to open the gas tank, and I forgot that my wife has a locking gas cap, and I
Mm.
only grabbed the spare key because I didn't want to take her entire set of keys, and so I can't pump any gas in a locked gas cap because I don't have a key for it.
Right.
So I had to drive back and get it, and so I called my dad. I'm like, hey, I'm running a little late. Like I forgot the key. And he's like, all right. And then and my mom tells me, he's like, yeah, your dad was kind of bitching about it. And I said, Rick, how many times has he waited on us? How many
Right.
hours of his life has he spent waiting for you? It's like, we can afford 40 minutes. Go Dex.
Go Ducks. I was ready for that one.
That's a Jubilee edition, Go Ducks.
Okay.
Sounds like a Yeti.
Man.
Uh, I got a couple things to talk about.
Oh, I can talk about some things like my dad's fixing of things.
Oh, I'm looking at my knee and I realized I went to the trampoline park.
Nice.
Yeah. I it was kind of funny. I'll share one story where there was like 6 kids on one of those bigger trampolines, like one of those super tramps.
Yeah.
And I was on it and I was jumping up and down. Hey,
I was
right
just about to
on.
call.
What's up, you dirty little butt sluts?
Fix your mic. Yeah, stroke it.
He's just got to be near it, really, is mostly what it is.
So I'll start the story over, Dave. I'm at one of those trampoline parks, and I've got 5 or 6 kids on one of the super tramps, and I'm jumping up and down, and
Great band.
I'm just popcorning these kids, right? Like they're like knees are going into foreheads. Yeah, they weren't ready. Like they wanted to do it. It was like everyone was giggling, everyone was laughing. Like nobody was getting hurt except for what they knew that they were bringing upon themselves. Because I mean, these kids are flailing. It's not like they're protecting their bodies. So, like, I've got 6 tiny rag dolls just bouncing all over the place. I'm having a great time, and the guy who works there comes over. He's like, "Hey, only 2 people to a trampoline at a time." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys, what are you doing? Like, you guys need to settle down over here."
Damn
Damn
rapscallions.
silly kids.
One of my favorite conversations with kids is, remember, you chose this.
Yeah, this is your choice.
Like when they want to do, because I'm all for going and doing stupid shit as a kid.
Right.
I mean, there's actually scientific studies that show it's good to do stupid, dangerous shit when you're a kid.
Yeah, or any age.
But also, don't come crying when you get hurt doing what you wanted to do.
Oh my God, that reminds me. I'm sure I've told this story before, and I'm sure you've heard it before, of me and Bobito at Thanksgiving.
Like the Friendsgiving thing where you had pizza?
No.
This is a different Thanksgiving.
This is a
I don't
different
remember
thing.
this story.
So I'm at I'm at my friend Moises's family Thanksgiving.
You're at your friend's Moises's Thanksgiving. Yep.
Yeah, the whole family is there, and little Bobby.
Implied.
Yeah, little Bobito. Well, I'm not saying as early. It's like the whole family's there at this point. Yeah.
No, I said it's implied. Like the family. Never mind.
Fair.
Continue.
Anyway, so this little kid, I mean, he's probably 10 or 11 at this point. He keeps like trying to like WWE style wrestle with me, and I'm like, all right, like don't.
Somebody's getting a power bomb through a table.
And so he keeps like trying to do moves and stuff, and so like and I put him in the sharpshooter, put him in the figure 4, and like I'm like, all right, that's it, we're done, and then he comes at me one more time. I'm like, if you do it again, I'm gonna throw you in the recycle bin. And so he comes at me and like he does that two-hand shove in the back that kids do when they're trying to piss you off. Fucking scooped him up off the ground, cradled him, opened the door, walked outside, dumped him folded up like this inside the recycle bin. So he had to knock the thing over to wiggle out of it. And he comes crying back in the house, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, uh-oh, like, all right. And so the mom grabs him by the face, and she's like, Babito, he's bigger than you. What did you think was gonna happen?
That's a good mom.
Mm-hmm.
So you did this to yourself.
She was prepared for the FO part of FAFO.
Yep. It was one of those deals where people were laughing about it later. It was like, yeah, I mean, that's part of being an adult in a Latin household is like if you deem some sort of discipline to the child necessary, as long as it doesn't actually hurt them, execute it.
That reminds me of one of Brian's favorite stories from my house. And I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it, but I was outside.
Again for new listeners.
I was outside doing something. I don't remember what it was. But Heidi comes up to me and me and Brian are standing there and she fucking squirts me with a squirt gun. I'm like, don't fucking squirt me with a squirt gun. She's like, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, I'm going to fucking spit on you if you squirt me again. She squirts me. Mom! She threw her bike down and I'm like, I told her I was going to spit on her if she squirted me. Brian just fucking dying laughing. He's like, well, you warned her. I'm like, I did.
I did.
And then they were on my side.
It's fun. And like, hey, I don't. That's something I used to say to people. Like, don't be surprised when I do what I say I'm going to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We had something similar in our house, but my sister would always tell me when I was about to hurt her. Like, I'd be doing something, and she's like, don't do that, because that's going to do this, and then I'm getting hurt. And I'm like, nah, that's not how this works. My favorite one is her and Mom are kneeling on the floor wrapping Christmas presents. I'm walking around with a baseball bat on my shoulder.
A fucking the bear Jew over
here.
Yeah,
over here, the Dave Jew.
I'm just walking around.
The Dave Jew.
I'm pretty sure I'm in shorts, no shoes, no t-shirt, just walking around the house with a baseball bat. Standard Dave attire.
Shorten it up.
Yeah.
Just Hoochie Daddy over here.
I'm
Hoochie
standing there. And I know I'm a kid, but I still think that I talk the way I do as a child, which I didn't. But in my head, it makes the story funnier. So I'm just standing there, my mom and sister wrapping presents. I'm like, so what you guys doing?
What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it?
I say that to people all the time now. They have no idea. I'm like, what are you gonna do about it?
So Dorothy tells me to get away from her because I'm going to end up hitting her with my baseball bat. And I say, and this is all sequentially. Right, and I say, how am I going to hit you in the head with my baseball bat? I'm not even swinging it. I turn to walk away. My bat smacks her in the back of the
head. Yeah, it did.
And then she gets up and I go, and I just take off running. I'm pretty sure I didn't do this, but in my head story, I'm screaming, she told me it was gonna happen.
Your mama's hand.
Oh god. Fucking Dave Negan over there.
The Negan bear.
Negan bear. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, excuse the shit out of my French. But did you just fucking threaten me?
Oh man, I want to go back and just watch the Negan parts.
They're good.
They're so good.
I did another full run through, not too long, maybe in the last year.
Yeah. Did
a full Walking Dead run through, and then did all the spin-off shows.
Yeah. Which
are all now have new episodes for the second seasons for the spin-off, so I need to jump on that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
They have the Walking Dead, the Stalking Dead, the Flocking Dead. That's one about birds.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the baseball one, the Balking Dead.
Yep, the Balking Dead.
It's just umpires walk around.
You got a bunch of comedians. It's the Mocking Dead.
It's just a Joe Rogan podcast.
There's a bunch of plumbers running around with the Cocking Dead.
There you go. And then you got the Electricians Union. They're the Shocking Dead. Zombie electricians.
Don't forget WWE edition, the Brocking Dead. Oh.
Just one zombie
giving the Walking Dead.
What? I missed that.
No.
Both of you.
No.
I missed both of you.
I was gonna say just zombies F5ing each other.
Yes. That'd be cool. Their like arms flail off.
Yeah.
The offensive line, you've got the Blocking Dead.
O.J. Simpson's edition, the Stalking Dead.
That'd be the Stabbing Dead. That'd just be the Dead.
Just the Dead. It's just the Dead.
How I would have done it if I were to have done it, but I didn't do it because there's no way I could have done it by O.J. Simpson.
By Michael Scott.
By Michael Scott.
Oh, God.
But if I did do it, this is how I would have done it.
Right. Twigged.
Twigged. Dude, that was one of the best deep cut texts I've had in a long time.
So good. Because I read it and I read it again and just fucking started dying laughing.
It's such a deep cut too. Because a lot of people just see it as a typo.
Nope, not that one. Duck you.
Oh, so you had your interview today, Jake.
Yes, I did.
And then I sent a text that I applied for a new job last night.
Yeah.
One
that pays you something other than guns.
Yeah, right. If I get this job, I'll be making twice as much as I do right now.
Same.
So,
how many guns though?
Yeah.
Well,
the idea is he'll have money to have all the guns, and then he won't have to buy any more guns.
I'll make enough money that not having the discount is not going to matter.
Okay. I'm looking at legitimately being somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000.
So,
which will solve almost all of my problems,
except for being in Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
But that won't make me care as much.
Don't make me care.
Yeah. Well.
Travel costs won't matter as much.
Well, now that we got the Focus, that thing gets like 40 miles to the gallon.
Does your Focus need more focus?
No, my Focus fucking flies.
You got the old Hocus Pocus.
The flying Focus.
I got the Hocus Pocus Focus.
Anyways, so I was saying about the job.
I didn't tell Jen that.
I've told this, okay, so I've worked security and law enforcement and military, you guys know the story. Long time.
Wait, what?
Yep. But moving down here, I wanted to get out of it because I wanted to do something else. Well, this job I applied for is in security. And I've told 4 different people, and they're always like, oh, yeah, right up your alley. I'm like, fucking, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're not wrong. And then when I go to redo my resume, I'm retyping my summary, of my experience. Yeah. And I'm like, over a decade of... I'm like, fuck!
That's exactly how I feel about... That's exactly how I feel about going back into warehousing. I'm essentially going to be a plant supervisor for a garbage plant, and basically just sitting around doing. I'll be Tony Soprano, making sure everybody's got their health insurance. Make sure everyone's got their health insurance because you never know what could happen in the event.
What? No fucking ziti?
But no fucking ziti now. But you never know what might happen in the event of an accident. And if someone brings me an incomplete folder, you can never have too much insurance. But if someone comes to me with an incomplete form, I will send it back.
Would like a salad on the side. If the salad is on top,
I'll send it back.
That's so good.
That character is one of the greatest one episode characters they ever had.
I like the pizza guy,
Pizza guy.
the kid that gets abducted
Oh,
or
yeah,
held
he's-
hostage.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
That kid's good.
Let's see who else. Who else is a good one episode?
Trying to think. Is Christian Slater back there? Because
I mean, he's in
maybe
a
we could
lot
talk
of
to him.
episodes.
Christian Slater?
Oh no, I was thinking of
Bale?
Yeah, no, the other one. Michael or Robert California.
Oh yeah,
What's his name?
Robert California.
No, what's his real name?
The fucking Lizard
James
King.
Spader.
Yeah, there we go, Spader.
fucking
Will
lizard.
Ferrell was in like 3 episodes. Ray
Yeah.
Romano was in 1 episode.
Yeah.
Did everybody hate
Jim
him?
Carrey.
Jim Carrey was in that same episode.
Yeah.
I gotta get the Finger Lakes.
Jim Carrey was in Sopranos?
No,
A lot
we're
of people
talking
go
about The
missing
Office.
in the Finger Lakes.
Oh, we're going to Office. I was like, because I'm listening to all these names. I'm like, God damn, how are these people all in Sopranos?
Never
I
noticed.
mean,
them.
it does have like 7 seasons, so I mean, it's possible.
Hey, you know what? Carmela was talking.
Mhm. Have either of you watched? Oh, I know Dave hasn't watched Daredevil yet. Have you watched it yet, Jake?
No, I'm working on Severance and staying up.
You're
on
not done with Severance?
I've got like 7. I got to the point where I need to like. I don't want to watch it all.
Oh,
Right away.
one of those.
I got sick and I watched the entire first season, and now I've got 7 episodes left, so I can't like burn through it and then have to wait. Like the more time I have to watch Severance, the less time I have to wait for the next season of Severance.
Yeah, but you've got other shows you can watch. There's Slow Horses on there that I keep telling you about. That's
yeah,
like
there's Land. I want to watch Mobland.
yeah. Mobland is so good, but that's one you could just wait till all of them are out and just go through them all.
Man, I can't wait for the next season of Tulsa King.
I started The Agency a little bit ago.
Have you seen Tulsa King, Dave?
Mm-hmm. I think the full first season.
Good. We'll watch the rest of it then.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons. That's one that surprises me that you like that much, because to me, I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. I just see too much Taylor Sheridan in it, and like the stuff that he does that I don't like.
Who's
that's
Taylor
too much
Sheridan?
of it. The guy that writes all those
Created it.
shows, Sons of Anarchy, Yellowstone, 1923, all the ones that have numbers in them.
You just named 3 shows I've never watched.
Yeah, well,
1923 though, I feel it's
I like
different-ish. Like
yeah,
18...
see, because I watched that 18 one and I was like, I can't get into it. But 1923, that one's like, it's got good actors and
that one. And although in 1890 whatever,
it's 40 years before, so
1362.
So 1886.
83.
1669.
What did I say?
69, 69.
Nice.
Going into the future, boys.
That's my favorite move, the 16-9.
Booyakaka.
Faith Hill.
Jizz.
Who's that? Who's the guy that played the dad in 1880? Fuck.
Dave Beaverton.
Sam Elliott.
He is in that.
Yeah, he is.
I know.
I mean, they had good actors in 1883 too.
Yeah,
but
like John Wilkes Booth.
But 1923, you got. I still stand by this. You got Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren.
That's pretty good.
The Dame Helen Mirren.
Okay, you got those two, but then in Mobland, you got Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan,
and Tom Hardy.
Not to be confused with Jeff,
named
but
Jeff.
Tom Hardy. My name's Jeff.
I really wish Jeff Hardy would have.
His hands are wet. He's trying to dry them off. Came out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
that's what I always imagine he's doing. It's like
he's getting the coke. Well, he was a pill popper. He wasn't a cokehead.
Well, he still washed his hands.
We assume.
I mean, yeah. I gotta go change channels in 2 minutes.
All right. Why don't you do it now?
Because she's still watching the end of Wheel of Fortune.
Ah.
You can't ruin the final quiz. or
No.
whatever puzzle.
It's a thing.
Sometimes.
RSTLNE. They're
And then
gonna
you
pick
get to pick-
C. They're gonna
Yeah.
pick CMDA, and they're gonna get 3 letters, and they're not gonna get it right.
It's funny how they started doing that, because I mean, like, you remember watching it probably when you were a kid.
Right.
Everybody
People-
picked RSTLNE because those are the most common letters.
Yeah.
And then, like, sometimes they would get 0 letters, and they're like,
They're like, xylophone. Shit.
The fuck is this? Oh, we got a
Who
winner.
the fuck said that shit?
The
You
fuck
just
is
wanna-
this? Is right.
You just want a pile of cocaine.
It's like, do you remember the cartoon Doug?
Doug.
Doug.
Yeah.
Isn't that the old football head?
No, that's Hey Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Hey, dude.
Doug, Hey Dude was a live action show where the kids were on the farm, the ranch.
Ben Stiller married the chick.
Wait, Ben Stiller was in that?
No, but he married the chick that was in it.
Oh,
That's his wife, Christine.
Wait, Arnold is the
Stiller.
fucking
football head.
cartoon. No, okay.
Not to be
Doug.
confused with Stewie.
That's set in Seattle, but it looks like it's New York.
Wait, which is the one where the theme song is all Jamaican? It's like when people
Rick and
see
Morty.
you walking down the
That's
street.
Arthur.
Arthur, that's right. Okay, I'm getting all my kids.
That's an educational one
The Smurfs.
about an aardvark,
The
who likes-
Snorks.
What the fuck did you just call me?
a Filipino.
Oh.
Hey, did you see that
Garfield.
that Mariners Filipino thing I sent you the other day?
I did.
Nope. What'd you send it on?
Fucking the phone. Here, I'll send it to you.
Did you send it on text?
I did. I'll just send it
Okay.
directly, Dave. Directly, Dave.
If you absolutely want me to see something, that's the best way to do it. Direct in text.
Oh, shit, I overshot it. Muy importante. Here it is. Is that? And then there's also...
Hey, start without me because my mom has to go to the bathroom.
No problem.
All right. Okay.
All right, man. Are you ready for a good-ass show?
Yeah.
You!
I'm Robin.
I'm Robin. Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again.
Black again.
It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And you might recognize him from your local high school. He's the guy sniffing bicycle seats. It's Dave.
Allegedly, and those were the boys' locker room bikes.
Wait, there are bikes in the boys' locker room?
Exercise bikes. Sweaty. Anyways.
Sweaty bikes.
Funny you mentioned that about high school. Today I was trolling my old high school's website today looking for the baseball schedule because I know they have games Friday sometimes, and I'm like usually got nothing to do Friday and I don't go out. So I was like, I'll go watch a high school baseball game.
You're gonna be the guy that I used to play out there. Get them going there, coach.
I wouldn't do that because I was not a good high school baseball player. I was a great high school baseball bench player.
Gotcha. You were utility Dave.
I was the energy guy on the team.
Ah, the culture man.
Yep, the culture man.
That's an important role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of roles, we can talk about those later. From all the way in Seattle, it's Jake.
It's me, one take Jake, back in the saddle again. I fucking nailed it that
Nailed
time.
the tips.
Robin will be joining us in a minute. He's helping his mom with some stuff. But for right now, this is Dave and me, so we're gonna chit chat amongst ourselves.
Absolutely.
Dave, what's like? We missed last week because I had the worst case of laryngitis, and then I got a cold that I'm still kind of fighting. I'll be using my mute button liberally in this show.
You do sound better today than you did last week. Last week he sounded like a 12-year-old that had been screaming all day.
That's exactly what I sounded like. I got on the mic, and frankly, that was like the beginning of that conversation was as good as it got, because as the conversation progressed, I got worse. Like, and I can tell, like, by the end of this, I'm probably not going to be 100%, but I'm going to make you guys talk a little bit. Carry some of the load today, boys.
Well, I noticed this, but if I'm on a long distance drive by myself, by the time I hit my destination, my voice is gone, because I am a solo car singer. If I'm driving by myself, I'll karaoke the hell out of it. And you know the type of music I listen to, there's a lot of screaming in it.
Yeah.
So usually the trips from Washington back home or back to Washington, when I hit my destination, I'd show up like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Like, what's been going on with you? You're like,
you sound like you've been screaming for 8 hours.
Like,
oh, really?
Nailed it.
Yeah, maybe so.
You're like, wouldn't you know who won the pony?
Mm-hmm.
I loved, like, when Bailey was living up here, having him ride with me down to Oregon and back was great, because I love having companionship on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times when you just want to listen to music, or for me, sometimes I just want to listen to a podcast. Yeah. And I feel rude making other people listen to my podcast unless it's something that's like super broad, like Dumb People Town.
Right. Or if you're just both specifically into the exact same podcast.
Right.
Like it has to, like, listening to a podcast with somebody, like you said, it's like that, or audiobooks.
Audiobooks is real tough.
Yeah, it's like I can almost guarantee you put two people that are friends in a car, they don't want to read or listen to the same book.
Well, there was a time when Alex and I were going to Denver to watch a hockey game. I was listening to Game of Thrones, and he was like, "Hell yeah, man, put it on. We'll listen to Game of Thrones," because he was super into it, and he was reading the book too. And so he got to hear, he was kind of like, "Oh, I'm listening to the book." And so I think we cranked out probably like 10 chapters on the way there.
Nice. Well, that falls into the very specific, we're into this kind of category.
And I don't know, maybe someday I'll watch the show, but I just remember I was sitting in Alex's apartment, and he had the second Game of Thrones book sitting on the back of the toilet. And it was one of the, I had been up drinking all night the night before, and so it's time to take your morning shit after a night of drinking and pizza and all that. Mm-hmm. And so I look at it, I'm like, oh, sick. Grab it, I open it up, and I start reading. And I'm like, and I remember reading, "The comet shot across the sky, and the wizard knew it meant dragons." I was like, I just don't give a shit.
Right.
And it's like everyone, I feel fucking drawn and quartered most of the time, because I'm like, man, I'm not trying to be cool when I say I don't care about Game of Thrones, but like, I read the entire first book. I started the second book, and I was just like, I just couldn't give a fuck.
Right. I think I get like that on TV shows. When there's a lot of them. It's mostly why I'm in the middle of 20 some shows right now. Like, right. I haven't finished Severance. I haven't finished Slow Horses. I haven't finished Daredevil. Haven't started Last of Us. And then I'll get fixated on an old show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the middle of season 2 of Dexter right now.
Oh, shit.
Why I started watching Dexter again? No idea. It just popped into my mind, and I sat down and started watching Dexter.
Jen and I tried watching Dexter.
Motherfucker.
Oh, hey, some fries, motherfucker. Some plies, motherfucker. Bro, Jen and I tried watching Dexter again, but it was, for me, like, when I'm sitting there watching it, I was like, first of all, I know this is going to end terribly. And there was something about Michael C. Hall's delivery in the first season when he's like, "I know there's a reason I shouldn't be here, but I have to be. I have to kill this guy." Yeah, there's something I'm like, okay, like, I know this gets better, but getting through this first season is really, really rough. Especially because Deb's character was so poorly hashed out in the first season.
Deb's character is so annoying.
Oh my god, she's
It's
the
like
worst.
you're an adult. Act like it.
She's like, no,
You're
I'm
supposed
gonna fuck a criminal.
Yeah, you're an adult cop. Like you're acting like a 15-year-old girl that didn't get her way.
Seriously. And joining us now, he's a few minutes late, but we're happy to have him anyway. It's Robin.
Goddamn right it is.
He was
And
on a
I
7-minute sabbatical.
I was on time. Well, my mom decided she needed to go to the bathroom, and then she's like, "I want to go to bed." And I'm like, "All right, fine." She's
Go to
sick,
bed.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's just like she can't walk at all. Like she couldn't walk before. Now I'm like holding her up,
hmm
but she's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So if she's not any better in the morning, we're probably gonna go to urgent care or hospital first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably wise. Because if she got what I got, it was pretty hairy.
Well, Heidi got sick
Well-
and then fucking gets my mom sick. So whatever Heidi had from the casino, my mom now has.
You got to start it like you got. I don't really know how people are gonna feel about it, but you got to start enforcing a mask policy if people are sick around your mom,
Yeah.
because she doesn't have the immune system to fight that
The
shit.
thing is like Heidi didn't come over here. Heidi gave it to Grayson or me, and we're both not sick. Like
Weird.
I felt kind of like, oh, might be kind of, but I mean, like I feel like shit every day, so I
Right.
didn't know.
hmm
And then so I probably got her sick through Grayson or Heidi.
You're like, every day I'm not sick. It's because I'm not on cocaine.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Need some cocaine.
If I'm gonna feel like
Okay,
shit,
yeah.
I might as well be coming down.
Yeah, I might as
Yeah.
well be high. Dude, I might as
Yeah.
well be on a Suicide Tuesday. Give me some fucking MDMA.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's fun.
So I had a question for you guys.
Six.
9 3/4.
In the in the spirit of the Rainier Jubilee beer going the way of the Yeti, I wanted to ask you guys, what is the worst beer you've ever had?
An old PBR.
The one from the old fridge?
I didn't have that one, but I had an old one that's along those lines. Might have even been from that same year, that same vintage.
I'm going with a Cobra 40.
A Cobra 40.
That
Oh,
was
that
absolutely like I would hands down
Describe it.
I would take Still Reserve any day over that. And not-
describe the flavor if you can.
Beer adjacent with it's kind of hard to. I don't know if the vomit taste was while I was drinking or after. It just was.
Could be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was. Like I said, Still Reserve was better, and Still Reserve is not good.
No.
Yeah. Brian likes to drink that shit all the time because he's
Mhm.
fucking disgusting.
Ron, what did your old PBR taste like? Shoes?
It tasted like if you had bread sit around for like a year.
Oh.
You ever taste the mold on bread? Is that what you're talking about?
Like a little bit of that, but not so much the mold. Like if it sat for
I
a
hate
year,
that
it didn't
flavor.
dry out, but didn't it gets like a funky, I don't know.
Earthy.
Must.
Yeah, like wet bread that is sat around.
hmm
Oh, that's
That's
gross.
gross.
And add that on top of like Miller champagne of beers, the High Life.
No.
Put those together and you get that amazing taste. Jake almost
Yeah.
just died from that.
Yep. Well, the thing
Yeah,
too is
as I
like
said, you missed me saying I'm going to liberally be using the mute button today.
Yeah.
hmm the PBR in a can I've never been a fan of.
It's not
But
great.
If I can get it on tap or in a bottle, I
We
think
drank a
it's
lot
great.
of it on tap.
On
Yeah,
tap's not bad.
On tap,
It's not terrible. It's
Yeah.
I mean it's not great, but
No,
it's
it's
beer,
not-
so
but you like outside of Petco Park, there was a bar we used to go to on game days, and you can get a pitcher of PBR for $2.
And inside of Petco Park, you can get a pitcher for $2 million.
Yeah.
They literally can't give it away fast enough.
Yeah. Well, Petco Park too. That's why I wanted. It's always has been one of my favorite baseball parks. Is back then, anyways, you were allowed to bring a cooler to the games, and it was airplane rules. As long as your cooler fit under your seat, you could pack it with whatever you wanted. So we would all get. We'd have one guy with the cooler of ice, and then everyone else would put cold beers or whatever in their coolers, and then we would distribute the ice between 3 or 4 coolers and distribute the beers.
Man, sports used to be so lit.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to sports events, like it used to be so fucking crazy.
We need some of that massa. Like make America sports again.
Make sports insane again.
Nah, it doesn't.
Well, you remember in
sports.
Cleveland they used to give them the glass beer bottles and then they threw them on the field. And then everyone's like, well, all right, that's a bad idea.
No more glass bottles.
I just thought of a story from a Petco game too.
All right.
God.
So we do our ice chest of beer and whatever. We're sitting there drinking, and there's these 3 chicks behind us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty kind of hot, but also we're 20-something military guys, so
everything's hot.
Yeah.
You're in a target-rich environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're chatting up these chicks. We give them some beers, pretty cute, and they ended up giving us some Vicodin, and we're like, all right, cool. So we're eating Vicodins, drinking beers, and they're like, oh, what do you guys do? And we're like, oh,
we pop pills and drink beers, bitch.
Right? And we're like, oh, we're all stationed on the Cleveland. They're like, oh, we're on the Mercy, and I'm like, wait, where did you get these pills? They're like, nothing. And I was like,
where'd you get them? Nothing.
Huh?
Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, oh, it's just kind of like, because it was all just like, that conversation wasn't that quick. It was parts of it throughout the night. It's like, hey, you want Vikings? Cool. And then like 40 minutes later, oh yeah, we're in the Navy too. We're on the Mercy, which is a medical ship for those that don't know.
I figured that by the name Mercy. It's they're the military is usually a little bit on the nose with things.
Yeah. The USS, we're gonna bomb your ass.
Yeah, that's the USS. Fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was just funny because I'm like, hold on, you just gave me Vicodins, and then I find out you work on a medical ship.
Are these here Navy Vicodins?
Yeah. They actually just gave me 800 milligram ibuprofens. Them bitches.
Those bitches. These are just flat sugar pills. I think the worst beer I've ever had was we bought a 30 rack of Kirkland light beer.
Oh yeah, Kirkland light. Yeah,
that was it tasted like they strained the beer through tomato cans.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it had a weird tomatoey taste to the beer and like a weird tin taste to the beer and then like really weak beer flavor.
Yeah.
It definitely the worst beer I've ever had was the Kirkland light beer, which is weird because Kirkland's liquor is usually like Grey Goose and fucking Luna
grade A liquors.
Fucking bottom shelf beers.
F tier beers.
F tier beers is the name of this episode.
I had a Kirkland Light once at my uncle's house. The only beer he's ever given me.
So he doesn't like you.
Well, we don't really go to his house ever.
Yeah, if he gave me a Kirkland Light.
Yeah. In fact, I haven't seen him in like 10 years, and he lives in Canyonville. So.
Damn, that's a bad beer.
Yeah, right. But so my dad and I went over there. We had to drop something off. He offered us a beer. I took a drink and I was like, "This tastes like high school drunkenness."
Yeah.
He's like, "What?" I was like, "Because this tastes like something I would force myself to drink in high school."
Because I know I'm gonna get drunk.
They had a Keystone Ice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Not good, but high alcohol.
Yep. I want to get some Mickey's grenades again, just for old time's sake.
Oh, Mickey's.
Yeah, we drink a lot of Mickey's.
I think
not
Mickey's
on purpose.
I think Mickey's is the best malt liquor.
Mm-hmm.
No, Zima.
I'm a little partial to Schlitz when it comes to
Yeah?
malt liquor.
Schlitzes. I don't know if I've ever had a Schlitzes.
Well,
I want to try some of the Canadian beers, like Kokanee. Isn't that one that they like up there? Kokanee.
I'm not sure.
Labatt
feel
Blue
like-
Light is pretty
Yeah,
good.
there's a
Labatt's-
good one.
Labatt's the
Ulster's
only
pretty
name that I
good.
know.
I've never had any of them
Mhm.
because I don't think I've been back to Canada as an adult.
Yeah.
They're not bad. I've had a couple Canadian beers from Canadian people I met. Good.
Well,
Ducks.
If the Canadians
Take
come
that,
back
bullet.
this season, I'll make sure to actually get their phone number so we can go watch a hockey game and drink Canadian beers.
Nice.
Because I
Be
never
fun.
found them on Facebooks.
Which Canadians? Remind me.
The duck game.
Duck game Canadians.
Oh yeah.
My new bestest friends, because I was like, you're from Canada and I'm gonna make fun of the way you talk.
You're like, hey, what's all that
What
about?
are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do?
The Irish Light. I remember that's what I called them. I was like, yeah, you guys sound like Irish Light.
Was that the same day I told that guy he could find a problem with a rainbow?
Possibly.
Or you could you could probably find a problem with a sunset.
That's it.
Mm.
No.
I was talking with Lippy the other day. No, yesterday. Or no, maybe today even. He was like, "Hey, what would you think if I went to the spring game?" I'm like, you better."
I think it'd be
And
cool.
he's like, "Well, what do I got to bring and this and that?" I'm like, "No. It's like tailgating light." And he's like, "It's like diet tailgating." And I was like, "That's a better one.
Yeah.
Diet tailgating. I like it."
Well,
It's tailgate practice.
yeah.
It is.
I still
Practice.
haven't heard if the chick from work, every time I see her, I work with her twice a week, just Monday and Tuesday. And every time I'm like, hey, the 26th, did you figure out if you can work for me or not? She's like, oh, yeah, let me send a text. And then I won't hear from her.
Well, that sounds.
I'm like,
You know what you say to her next time you see her on tomorrow? Wait, no, tomorrow's Thursday. I guess you're just going.
yeah, no, she works Friday, so I'm just going to go to work and be like, hey, if you're not going to work for me, just tell me. Don't wait till the last minute.
If
Yeah.
yes, say nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
I would just not show up and be like, she said she'd work for me.
Yeah, right.
What are you gonna do? What are you
Throw
gonna
her
do?
under the
about it?
bus.
The other day, I've been reminded. Oh, yeah, that's funny. So went to work, got to work, and I had my
Dang.
my protein shake that I usually get after the gym. And I walk in, and she's like holding her hand out, and I'm like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Where's mine?" I was like, "Your what?" She's like, "Coffee." I was like, "I didn't get you coffee." She's like, "Why didn't you get me coffee?" I says, "Cause I'm not your fucking husband."
Right? Like, that's the answer.
Yeah. And it was like there's two old guys, like she's helping two old guys, and my boss is standing there. I'm like, "I'm not your fucking husband. Call him." And she's like, and she's like, "No, but you're my work husband." I was like, "I don't do that shit. We ordered sushi when I'm here. That's about it."
We're going to get a work divorce if you keep this attitude up.
Right?
Yeah.
I was
You're
like,
gonna-
I don't.
You're gonna find out what work alimony is all about.
Brought to you by Best Foods.
Yeah. I was like, I have never and I never will do the whole work husband, work wife thing because that's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And she was just like kind of quiet. And then she started making fun of what I was wearing. She's like, do you know how to dress? I was like, do you know how to shut up? And then at that point, my boss hadn't said anything. He's like, he's fine. He can wear whatever he wants. I was like, thanks, Dad. I was
Like
like,
spicy Dave over here.
right? Like I was
Double
like,
mic drop over there.
I was like, I just came to work to have fun and try to slang guns. What the fuck is this?
Like everybody shut the fuck up and leave me
Right?
alone.
Well, because
Uh.
I was wearing my my camo shorts and a Hawaiian shirt because it was hot out, and she's like, you don't mix those two. I was like,
Who
you don't mix
cares?
camo with anything. Camo goes with everything. Shut up. And I was like, you think? She's like, oh yeah, those patterns don't go together. I was like, all right, thanks, fucking Miss America.
Yeah, I have a black pair of cargo shorts that are basically camo, but the camo's like dark gray.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
basically black. And like I'll wear my fucking weird shirts with it, like, and you can't really tell that I'm wearing camouflage.
Yeah.
It just look like fucking shorts. Who cares?
Right.
Fuck you. You're just
Yeah.
mad that we're comfortable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I gotta get her to just work for me.
Yeah, like, hey,
Maybe,
here,
maybe you should bring her a coffee.
Maybe I should bring her coffee on Friday.
there you go. Like, hey, and then
Maybe
you'd be
some
like, hey,
flowers.
work wifey.
Yeah.
You should write on a piece of paper, I want a divorce, hand her the coffee and the piece of paper.
This is like serve her with work subpoena for.
P.S. Are you still working for me next Saturday?
I should have been like, if anything, we're work fuck buddies.
Yeah, I could show up and I can serve a subpoena or a process server.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, is your
Right.
name Chick that works here?
A chick that works here. You need to say that, dude, not her name. Like, are you a chick that works here?
Oh God.
Been served.
You've been served.
Mm.
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
You must meet at the Circuit Court of Gillette County in Illinois.
Oh my God. Did you guys watch anything new?
I've been watching a lot. I watched the entire first season of Severance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. The comedy's really funny. In the sense that, like, it's one of those shows that, like, figuring out what the show is about is what the show is about.
Yes.
And it gives you enough comedy that it lets you up from this constant barrage of like psychosis. Like, I really like that. I at first I really didn't like the score because I was like, man, these two piano notes are really getting annoying because they're just like walking down the hall and it's like a minor chord and it's like seventh offset from one another, like bling.
Were you watching it on like with headphones on or anything?
No, I mean the TV has surround sound.
Oh, okay.
So like it would go from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know if I noticed that.
And so I was like, I don't really like that, but whatever.
Yeah.
This is a great show. I'm not gonna let the music ruin it for me. And then like later on in the second season, as I'm getting started, I've noticed that the score is more filled out. Like the more information they get, like the more they know. Like it's now a chord and then a note. And I think it's really interesting the way they're.
Say you started the second season?
Yeah, I'm through 2 episodes of the second season.
Gotcha.
So I've got 8 left.
So I tried starting it, but I had eaten some mushrooms that day.
Oh.
Bad show to watch on mushrooms.
And someone has been watching it on my account because it was on season 2, episode 4. Like I hit start and
maybe your innie's watching it.
Right. It's like they're like lost in like the tundra or something.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's all I know. It's just there's snow everywhere. That's it. And I don't know what's going on. And so I hit pause and back, and it's like season 2, episode 4. I'm like, have I watched this? And then of course Mushroom Brain's like, how long have I been watching this?
Well, that's probably where the weirdest stuff starts to happen.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So buckle up.
Or
like
hold on to your butts.
I would say that's the weirdest. Like the weirdest stuff starts happening. Because then you spend the rest of the season figuring out what the fuck is going on.
I want to go to a waffle party.
We'll have to do a waffle party at Tailgate.
All right, I need to watch this.
So we'll get Alicia and then Dana. Dana would do it. Get Jessica.
Dana's watched that show.
Like tell her she's gonna come to a game. We're gonna do a waffle party. She'll be like, we'll get Jessica to come over. She can be in the waffle party.
I haven't heard from her. I think her phone got shut off because her husband's too jealous of her texting.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch, on population you, bro.
Yeah, that's like I could sense a little frustration coming off of him by the end of the season last year.
Mm-hmm. Especially
It
when
was-
it fluffed his bulge. He didn't like that.
So, not last season, the season before, it was all building up, and then she didn't have a phone after like the first game.
Weird.
That seems like a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
Kind of a ding.
Yeah, it's like, wow, man, you guys just didn't fucking show up all season, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Weird how you didn't want to hang out at all this year.
Yeah. Yeah, really weird.
Just
And they
keep
moved
going to-
parking spots too, so we don't. I think I know where they park, but I don't know for sure.
Well, we found him that one time.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't with you, but you told me about it.
Oh yeah,
was
you
it-
were.
Yeah, that was the game you. Well, no,
Was-
Jake, you weren't there either.
Was I not? Was that the one? Wasn't that the one where Robin's mom was there?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, because
And that might be why I didn't find her.
Yeah. Because I was thinking the game that I took my parents to.
Yeah, that was Friday. That was a Michigan State game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't go to that game.
I didn't go to that game either.
Yeah.
I do remember. I remember your mom being like, "Where's the car?"
Oh yeah.
Like, we're at the car. Why? She's like, "It's time. I want to go home." And you're like,
Tell your
"The-
dad to go get the car or something.
It's like the game is in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's Alzheimer's or dementia or what, but it's not cool.
It's something.
I mean, I've been drilling through aluminum, so I'm probably going to end up with Alzheimer's here soon.
Aluminium.
Yeah, just surrounded by aluminum shavings.
That's not ideal.
Nope. But I got, Dave got spicy with his work wife. I got a little spicy with a franchise the other day.
Yeah.
So this guy calls me up and he's like, "Hey, I need this tool because I'm trying to get this alternator installed and I need the tool." I'm like, "Okay, we don't have that tool." He's like, "Yeah, but you get it for me." I was like, "No, like I'm not."
I can do a lot of things.
I'm not the getting things guy. Like I'm not the like. There's a lot of things I can help you order. This ain't one of them. Like you need to call the manufacturer. Like this is a proprietary thing. You need to call the company. You need to get it from them. Apparently, he's like, "No, you don't understand. Like I don't order things." I'm like,
no,
"No,
you
like,
don't understand.
like I think I get it." He's like, and so he fired the first volley. He got condescending with me. I said, "I don't know how many times I have to explain, or how many ways I can explain this to you, or if I have to call the office and explain it to them." And I said, "No, listen, I get it. All you know how to do is turn a wrench. I get it. Trust me. You've been very clear. So I'm going to call somebody who actually has money around here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this and see if I can come up with a solution that works for both of us." He's like, "Well, I don't work for Rossi." I'm like, "And I don't work for Nation's Alternator and Starter. What do you fucking want for?" I'm like, "So what do you want?"
Oh.
Jeez.
I get off the phone. My boss is like, "Well, that sounded painful." I'm like, "Not for me, man." Like,
Yeah. I'm good.
he fucking sparked up. He didn't realize he was
regular-ass
sparking up
Tuesday.
on.
Mm.
Yeah, like this is nothing to me. This is light work. Like I didn't even swear. Like I've yet to begun to get worked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also just realized that I'm just gonna go over this motherfucker's head at every opportunity, and he just lost his opportunity to get his phone calls picked up.
Yeah, that'll happen.
There's a lot of people. My phone rings. I will pick up even if they don't have an appointment. If you have an appointment, I'll pick up the phone because you have an appointment. But there's several people, if they call and I look down and I see it ringing, I'll like, hey, what's going on? I'll help them out. Not this guy anymore.
No.
You lost your phone answering privileges.
Make an appointment on the website. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Ugh.
Maybe you should call somebody who knows how. Maybe turn a
Buy a
wrench and see
book.
if it'll solve the problem. Buy a book. How do I watch a book?
How to watch a book. I had something similar. Someone came in. So at our shop, we order from distributors. We've got about 4 distributors we can get you gun parts or a gun through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things like Palmetto State, or if you're ordering from a specific company, we can't just order off of any website.
Right.
Some guy came in. He says, "Hey, I want to get this." Shows a gun, and I'm not
Cabela's gun.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm kind of standing and I had just walked into the back, but I could hear everything.
There. It was Owen.
I'm not even supposed to be here. But he's like, "Hey, I want you to order this," and Alice was just like, "Oh yeah, so we can't order that. That's not through our distributor." And he's like, "But it's online." She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So why don't you order it?" She's like, "We don't do online orders. We do our distributor." He's like, "Well, do you order through your distributor online?" We're like, "Yes." "Well, then why can't you order this online?" And so I came out to the back, got to the front, and grabbed like some sticky notes, and I slapped a sticky note and I wrote "store." Like, "This is us." And I put another sticky note and I put "distributor." And I said, "This is our distributors." And I wrote the website and I put it on. "This is the different website. This store can order from them, but I cannot order from them." And I'm just like pointing at sticky notes on the counter.
You're like, and this is a rock. Yeah. Well, the distributor, they have a web portal, right? Why don't you just order through the web portal?
The Rocking Dead.
Those are Kiss zombies.
Oh, Kiss Zombies might be the new name of the episode.
No, but they're the midget Kiss.
Those are miniatures. Like Kiss minis.
Smooch?
Yeah. Actually, we didn't get to see a single midget zombie in all of Walking Dead.
That's because...
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they ran away.
What was it I said to you, Robin, that Mike Leach was looking into the logistics of having
getting a midget on their team and throwing him over the line of scrimmage at the goal line?
He's like, "I don't care what the optics are. We're trying to win football games."
They don't call it the air raid for nothing.
He's like, "Is it like, I don't care if people don't like it. Is it legal? Can we do it?"
Someone definitely hired the midget dart throwing for his birthday or something like that. They gave him the idea. He's like, "Wait, hold on here. I think we're on to something." I got an idea.
Like, how demented do you have to be to just have that idea? Like, I just imagine grabbing, like, the guy comes running, you basically military press him, and then just like lawn dart him into the end zone like Rey Mysterio.
Right.
And then that would be so funny.
I think that needs to happen.
Oh my god, that can you imagine? That would be a hilarious comedy sketch.
I mean, it would have been hilarious if he actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be on ESPN every night.
Right before he throws the midget, he looks at the guy throwing him and says, "Don't tell the elf."
Imagine
there's a little nerdy Lord of the Rings joke in there for a few people that get it.
I got it.
I got it. Fucking Gimli over here. I'm trying to imagine the guys like jumping up to hit the midget in midair, and then like the ball goes flying and everything. And
that's the thing is like if like anybody hits him,
it's gonna be bad.
Because the ball is gonna be as big as like half his torso. He's gonna hold the ball like this.
I'm starting to wonder, like, now that story's come out, do we have a new tush push?
What would they call it? The smidge?
The midge. I was like
the little man lob.
Little man lob. The
Where's Mike Leach at now?
The midget mortar.
Death.
Midget Mortar.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, he died.
I like the Midget Mortar.
Would be good.
The Midget Mortar is the name of this episode.
Midget Mortar.
Starring
Did he
Joe-
have that idea when he was at Washington State?
I think he had it when he was at Alabama. Oh, it's Mike Price. Where was he in the SEC? He was at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Mississippi State.
I think that was it.
Was
Pretty
Mike
good,
Leach?
though.
Did Mike Leach also coach TCU, or did they just take the air raid idea?
No, it was the other one. The one that Shuck played for.
Tech.
Baylor.
Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Leach was at
TT.
Tech. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That was the one. But I'm pretty sure it was later in his career.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Leach went from Washington State, then he went to Texas Tech, then he went to Mississippi State.
No, he was at Texas Tech first.
Oh, that's right.
Texas Tech, Washington State, Mississippi State.
That's right. I
Mississippi.
actually got to talk to Mike Leach.
Did you?
Yeah.
Mike Leach looked like he could throw down some beers.
He was very nice.
I'd party with Mike Leach. Speaking of college football, have you guys been paying attention to this Nico I-Am-Leava?
Oh my God, yeah, I-Am-Leava guy.
Yeah.
He's never been a greater name in the transfer portal than I-Am-Leava. His name is I-Am-Leava.
Yeah.
Tell us what you know about it, Dave.
He was snooping around in that report. I haven't verified the report, but that Dan Lanning was just like, "Hey, Tennessee, this guy's looking for deals." And then they just were like, "Okay, cool. You don't play here anymore. You know that $2.5 million you were getting?
Guess
Bye."
Now you get $0 million.
Yeah. And now you're gonna go play for UCLA.
Well, it's funny because I have a couple friends of mine who are Tennessee fans, and they're like, "Dude, if it's true that Lanning called Tennessee and let him know," they're like, "then Oregon are more brothers to us than we realize." I'm like, "Yeah, man, we fucking like you guys. Like Tennessee is our SEC brethren.
You guys are all the way on the other side of the country. Yeah, you may wear stupid orange, but we don't
it's not
hate
the same
you.
shade.
Yeah, it's not the same shade, and you got a kick-ass fight song.
And when Tennessee was in Oregon, every Tennessee person I talked to,
cool as fuck.
It's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I got zero problems with Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a good song. I find myself humming it. Good old Rocky Top. Tennessee.
Rocky Top, USA.
Yeah.
That's how I sing it in my head.
Bad Street, USA. Fucking Bad Street.
Bad Street in the whole USA.
I just saw another tag. Nico I-Am-Leava. I'm saying his name wrong, and I don't care.
I-Am-Leava.
Is now officially in the transfer portal with a do not contact tag.
Yeah, he's expected to go to UCLA. Basically, do not contact means like I've already made my decision where I'm going. Like there's no point in calling me. And like UNC was in for a minute, then they were out. Tulane was in for a minute, then they were out. And like
Tulane didn't want to pay the money.
Yeah,
they're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Bargain.
Yeah, Tulane's like, hey, we'll give you an offer, and they're like, no, we want this, and then Tulane was like,
nah,
pass.
Well, it makes me wonder where UCLA is getting the money because they're basically broke.
Jordan Brand.
Yeah, but they aren't getting a lot of money from that. I wouldn't imagine.
They gotta have somebody that's an alum that's like, hey, I'll dish out the money. Maybe Troy Aikman.
But the problem is they have a terrible athletic director.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't want to go there.
Yeah, like either one of the Los Angeles campuses are not exactly the greatest. Although I've been to the Rose Bowl, it's cool.
as I'm writing down the name, and I saw her face.
Yeah.
I-Am-Leava.
And I-Am-Leava.
Oh God, I hope,
I'm leaving.
Without
dude,
a
if he goes to
trace.
UCLA and we play UCLA
Oh.
again, we already got signs ready.
Do we have them on the schedule this year?
I don't think so, but I don't remember the whole schedule.
I'm looking it up.
Well, I think we get USC this year.
Yeah, we got USC.
Mhm.
I mean, he's
So-
not going to go pro after this year because he's going to be
No,
ass.
I'm-Leava.
Yeah. And next time we play UCLA, it'll be in Autzen, right?
We'll see.
Because
We
we
got-
played down there.
Maybe. I don't know if they've got like. It doesn't seem like the Big Ten schedules quite as well as the Pac-12. Not that that's or that's more of a surprise than anything. But I don't think the Big Ten schedules as well as the Pac-10 did or Pac-12. Like,
Yeah,
they had it
Well,
figured
also
out.
you've got 16 teams in a league, and you got to figure out a way to shuffle all that.
Right, but we had a system. It was like you play these guys home and away, and then you mix and match the Arizonas and
Yeah,
It was like-
they also didn't have 34 teams in the conference.
fair, but
Yeah.
come up with a system and explain it to us, and then we'll know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you played Oregon at home, you played Oregon State away. It's
Yeah.
just the way.
Mhm, yeah.
And then, but it was weird with Washington State for some reason. Like we played at Washington State for like 5 years in a row, and Washington played at Oregon for like 5 years in a row. It was for no reason.
Mhm.
Well, they eventually straightened it out though, because then it was every other.
Yeah, but for a
Yeah.
while it was like every year it was at
Mhm.
Washington State.
I think they'll figure something out in the Big Ten because this is year one.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are super. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the playoff because it didn't really work for the fans this last year,
No.
and people were not super thrilled about it.
So some of the how do you want to put it? The way they've been talking about altering the bracket system, like one of them is bringing 14 teams in and only having 2 buys or something like that. Then I've heard give the top 4 teams home games, so you'd have keep it the 12, so you have 4 home games and then 4 home games and then bowl games. Like that makes more sense to me. What were the other ones I heard? I don't
We
know, but
play
that's just
UCLA next year.
next year.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, not this year, next year.
Okay. Is it at or here, home?
Like next
Home.
year.
Home?
Like 26.
Like next year?
Like Dante Moore's junior year.
I thought Dante was going to be a junior this year.
No, he redshirted last year.
Remember, he barely
okay.
played.
Oh, I keep forgetting that he's in the same class as Nova said.
Yeah, and he
I
was
keep
like
thinking he's a year over.
no, and they only played him like 4 games, but that was one of the things that they said is like, hey, if he were to if for some reason Dylan Gabriel were to have gotten hurt, like it would have been more. It wouldn't have been Novosad. They were only playing Novosad because it was 4 games.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
high
just
level.
a sport, but I do like now that it's coming to fruition, there is a part of me that feels bad for Austin Novosad. Just
I mean-
because the way it works, it's just the way it works out. Be better if you then, you know what I mean?
I feel bad for Luke Moga.
Yeah. Is he still on the team?
Yeah.
On the roster?
As of
Yeah.
now.
Maybe we're building towards something where we have a senior quarterback every year that's good. That's been in
That-
our system for 4 years.
that Georgia thing. Or the Alabama thing where it's like, okay, who's the quarterback this year? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that
It's
could be a
basically
thing
just
too.
The next classman up.
We're building. Just keep going.
Mhm.
I remember, I mean, if you look back to the way Clemson built into a dynasty,
Yeah.
they sputtered the same way. Like they got close and they got close and they got close and they had guys like CJ Spiller come through
Yeah.
and they were like, oh my God, or Taj Boyd came through. And you thought, oh, this is the chance. This is Clemson's chance. And then they didn't get there. And then they got like Trevor Lawrence. And like, I think we're at the stage right now where we just had our Taj Boyd. and we're like, oh god, like this was as good as it's going to get for a while. But then like I go and I look at Vegas, and Oregon's one of the top 4 teams picked to win the national championship next year.
Yeah,
Which
Like
is kind of crazy that they are,
right,
because since they're only bringing back what,
well, that's the thing.
36%.
No team in the top 5 is bringing back like half of their production from the season before. Like everybody's new.
Is Penn State in the top 4 on the Vegas odds?
No, they're not, but they'd be a value pick right now.
Yeah.
But this was the last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the last year where we could have COVID players. So it was the last year of like 7th year seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And so things are going to start to look a little different in college. There's not going to be any more 35-year-old family men playing
Cam
linebacker.
McCormick, is that his name?
Yeah, Cam McCormick had played 8 years at 3 schools.
Well, who did we just lose? We lost a corner today.
Roderick Pleasant.
Yeah.
He's apparently really fast according to NCAA 25, but I've never actually seen him play.
Yeah. And also, we just had the best cornerback recruiting Oregon's ever had for the class of 2025.
And that kind of tells you where they're at. If these guys,
I was just gonna say, like, that might mean these guys are good and he's out. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna see the field.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna be fast, but these guys are good. Like I'm looking forward to D Moore. I'm looking forward to seeing the running backs run. Like the kid out of Tulane that we got transfer in, Mekhi Bridges. I'm really looking forward to watching him.
I saw what was it? It was the best running backs for next year, and he was first or second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there.
And I was like, wait, he's that good?
He's really good.
I'm really excited to see how well Dylan Thieleman does. I'm saying his name right. The safety we got from Purdue.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm really curious to see, because everything I've read, it's just like, okay, he's the starter. And I'm like, okay, I didn't watch enough Purdue games to even see how he did. But if everyone is just saying that he's a shoo-in, all right, let's see how this goes.
It's one of those deals where it's like he was a stud, but he played safety on a bad defense.
Yeah. So
like what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
do about it?
When your safety's leading your team in tackles, that means you have a bad team.
Or you have Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu, he is not.
He is not.
He doesn't even have the hair.
I would like another TJ Ward. That's who I want. Get us another heat-seeking missile.
Another Jordan Birch. Well, we got Mateo.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this season.
Because he's literally still learning. Man.
Wait, Mateo.
Uyunglele.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking in my head, but I was like, wait, is there another one?
Mateo Uyunglele, and then Elijah Rushing, I think, is going to be on the other side. And he reminds me a lot of Deion Jordan. That's your deep cut on Oregon's prospective season coming up.
I think linebackers is the only position on the defense where it's like, oh, we know who's going to be there for sure.
Yeah, Bryce Bedger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making 1,000 tackles.
Yeah.
And then playing baseball.
Yeah. Dude, he does not look like a baseball player anymore. He is a fucking linebacker.
Have you seen that interview where he's talked about it?
Uh-uh.
So he's out of baseball eligibility. So he can focus solely on football now. So he's beefed up because he's like, I don't have to be as like the baseball flexibility. Right. I don't need that. I can just be football shape. So
because he's going to the league if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
He can take a pick which one he wants to go to.
Yeah.
I know where I'd go.
But I mean, he's got the size now. He's like a mini Barry Bonds.
Only the head's
Vanilla Bonds.
Not as big.
Vanilla
Bonds.
Gold Bonds.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, I really want to get. I'm really happy that Bryce Betcher is coming back too, because I want to get a baseball bat and paint it green and have it.
You want to what?
I want to be the Bear Jew.
I want to be the Bear Jew.
The Bear Dave.
in my short shorts and frilled shirt with a Oregon baseball hat or
Just
baseball
walking
bat.
around, yeah, carrying
Pointing
around
with
a
it.
bat.
Point with the bat.
Ooh, spring sale's coming up. Maybe we get you a helmet,
Oh, there you go.
I have one.
a football helmet.
Oh no, I got a big catcher's skull cap.
No, you need the football helmet, with
Short
the baseball
shorts.
bat, short shorts. It's like a fucked up
shoulder
Bo
pads.
Jackson.
Cut off the frill so it's just a belly shirt.
Yeah, and do the fringe again.
Do like a
Us-
high fringe,
High
like a
fringe.
nipple fringe. Nipple fringe might be the name of the
That's
episode.
a pretty
by the
good
way.
one. But man, it was one of my favorite things to try to do last year was try to braid Dave's fringe.
Braid the fringe, yeah. I
got
don't
so-
think it's going to be hot enough at the spring game. You
For
never
to go-
know.
You
but
never. Yeah, last year wasn't it hot as fuck?
I don't think so.
Spring game.
Yeah.
It was warm enough. We sat in the shade.
Oh yeah.
It was 2 years ago. We sat down in the front in our normal seats.
Mm.
And it was hot.
Yeah.
I remember that because I was wearing my colorful short my hoochie daddy suit.
Mhm.
I might bust that out again.
But yeah, I'm ready for football season.
Oh, you're ready for some football?
I've
looking
actually
at my
been-
watch. It's not there.
I've actually been playing Ultimate Team on college football.
How is
Oh,
it?
yeah?
I've got a pretty solid team so far. I need some tackles. My tackles and my free safety are the only guys that are under 80 right now.
Mm.
But I haven't been playing people online. I've just been doing the challenges and then getting enough stuff to. I've bought a few things on auction. Been trying to get as many ducks as I can just to have them on the team, but they probably won't all play. But
I'll
it's been
probably
fun.
end up doing like when I tried to do Ultimate Team this year, it glitched out like early on, and I wasn't able to get a couple of the early packs. And I'm like, fuck this. And then
Yeah.
I just didn't.
That's the one annoying thing about doing Ultimate Team later on is you see all these cool things, you're like, you can't even get them.
Yeah, like I could have had that.
If you've got 1.2 million coins, maybe you can buy it from somebody on the auction board. But
well, late game, 1.2 million coins isn't hard to get.
no.
I have no
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when I was pretty deep into Madden Ultimate Team in like 19 and 20, to the point where it was pretty much all I would play,
No.
and just running challenges and.
It's a cool concept. I dig it.
Yeah, it was one of those deals where it was like, hey, why don't you have to get 2,000 passing yards this week, so go ahead and get 2,000 passing yards, which leads you to throwing, 75 bombs over and over and over and over. So like it's very, very, it can be very, very grindy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's super grindy. It's and loading because like you'll go on a list of challenges and one challenge will be like, all right, get 30 yards on the ground and break 5 tackles. Okay, cool. You do it in one run because it's set on varsity hard difficulty.
Right.
And if you've got an 80 plus running back, he breaks everything almost. And you're like, okay, I'm done. And then it'll say challenge complete.
Loading
Now you got to
screen.
reload and wait for the next challenge to come up. And it's like, fuck.
Oh, that sounds like it sucks.
That sometimes can suck.
The one thing I will say about it's such a reward system though. Like you grind through all these load screens and then you get like a 92 corner.
Yeah,
and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's what I needed. And then
Did you guys see that fucking Colorado's retiring Travis
oh
Hunter
my god!
and Shedeur
Thank you
Sanders
for bringing
numbers?
that up. I forgot. Like I can give you Travis Hunter. He won the Heisman. Whatever. Okay, he's the greatest. He's the best player to ever play at Colorado. Okay, fine. The quarterback who led you to a 13-12 season and no bowl wins. Why'd you like?
Yeah.
I heard somebody say today. Why don't you just rename it Deion Sanders U?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not even their only Heisman winner. Is Rashawn Salam's number retired?
No, he was 22.
Rashawn Salam adopted dad didn't coach the team.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
That's
Old
right.
Daddy Deion.
I mean, if you're
Came back
trying,
with the milk.
Mhm.
if you're trying to establish that your kid is his own deal, is that helping?
No.
Not so much.
I really dislike how much him going to Colorado has made me dislike Deion Sanders. Because I have loved Deion Sanders my whole life.
Yeah.
And then he starts coaching at Colorado, and I'm like, you fucking tool.
So for me, I'm of two minds of this because I can still support like his vision, but I can disagree with the way he's going about it.
That's fair.
Because I do think he's doing a lot of good for a lot of young men who would otherwise end up in really bad situations. And I think he is helping a lot of people. But
Yeah.
I think he's doing it in a way that draws too much attention
It's
to
an
him.
off-putting way. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see how that worked out for the balls.
No, but it's like what Jake was about to say though.
Yeah. It's he's drawing too much attention to himself instead of the work that he's doing.
Right.
And I think if there's more attention drawn to, because I mean, a lot of these kids are coming out of homes with no fathers. You know, I mean, legitimately, he said that like he wants his defensive linemen to come out in fatherless homes.
Yeah.
That's a Deion Sanders quote.
Yep.
He says because they're angrier.
Right, but also you know what you haven't heard about are any police reports coming out of Boulder, Colorado.
No.
That's Georgia.
Yeah, that's all Georgia.
And keep them coming, Georgia, please. We really want that quarterback. So keep them coming, Georgia.
Right.
But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, he's doing a good job, and he's doing it the way he wants to do it, and that I don't have to agree with it. But I do support him in the fact that I think he's doing a good job.
Right. But you can appreciate somebody's work and still disagree with their way about going or
exactly
the way they go about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Michael
where I'm
Jackson.
Police reports reminded me. I know you didn't watch the WNBA draft because nobody does. But
that one chick that didn't get drafted.
She was a duck. Yeah, she was a duck a couple of years ago. And I'm pretty sure some of those charges or allegations, because she was never charged with anything, were from her time in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of people happy about her not getting picked.
It was really funny.
She may have been a duck before, but now she's a salt.
Oh.
Well, we're ending it on that a minute early because we can't do any better than that, folks. Oh, hey, how about that? Nailed it. These people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Thanks for joining us after a short sabbatical. My voice made it all the way through the episode, and I only died a couple times. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again. That's a podcast.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.